I know, in a way, if you look at the size of that building, and you look at the size of this event, and you look at the size of what's going on, there's too much for me to be completely involved in. In a way, the best thing I can do for everybody here is be at your service, and for us to discuss experiential events where you're getting food that you can't buy at the grocery store. That's my job. And as far as the forum goes, if that's decided to be done by the club, it will be done and I'll be a part of it. But I try to stay off the forums because it could be a lifelong event for me. I have a family. I work. I literally get up at 6 in the morning and I don't get home till 7 o'clock at night. I'm working Saturdays and Sundays. And if I spent all night on the forum, I think my wife would divorce me. So I don't know about that right this second. Yeah. Does somebody else have a question? I hope I answered the question. Yeah. Is there going to be an Experience 2009? I don't know. What happened last year, at the end, if you remember, all the artists got on chairs at the very end, and we all were going to talk about things. And what ended up happening is everybody in the audience started to testify about the kind of experience that they had, okay? And everybody got disappointed that there wasn't music the second day, right? So we decided we would do it again, and we decided that we would do it again, but with 2 concerts. And I don't know about next year. We need to decide about that. These things are not, it's not cheap for you guys to get here. It's not cheap for the hotel rooms, and it's not cheap to feed you. And believe me, all those musicians and all the other stuff, it's not cheap. This whole thing's not cheap.
Thank you, Paul.
You're very, very welcome. But on the other side of it, this is kind of cool, right? There's going to be a vote for me that I think we should do this, but we're going to have to figure it out. It's not so simple, right? We've got this building to pay for. We now have released the beginnings of the acoustic guitar. We've released these amplifiers, which I'll play a couple notes for you guys if you want. We've got all these new Starlas coming down. We've got Mira Mapletops coming down. We have an exclusive on this wire, this old wire from the 50s that we're releasing. By the way, that guitar that I played last night was the prototype of all the Modern Eagles that I made for my son, and I took it into the repair shop and had him put the 5708 pickups in that guitar 5 minutes before we played last night because I wanted to make sure that what was going on in those guitars was as good as I thought. Oh my God, that was stupid what came out of my guitar, right? It's almost like having a little wah-wah pedal in your guitar depending on how you play. I really liked it. So I don't know if we're going to do it. You've got to give us some room to get in a room and kind of download what happens and find out if this is the right thing for the company. The talk right now has been every other year, but I don't know yet. And there's a real sense that I have that people would like to see this next year, but we'll see. Having 750 people lined up at the opening and they have to wait an hour and a half, oh boy, we were grabbing every employee we had and load them into the registration booth so you guys didn't have to wait that long. This is new experience for us. And you know something? It's been a little frightening for me because I never had this many people show up on our doorstep, and I never had Jim McCarty, who was my hero, decide that I was going to play a solo in a tune that I shouldn't be playing it. So, did you see the look in his eyes last night when he was playing? Did anybody check this out? Oh my God, he looked at me and I realized he wasn't kidding.
You're good.
Yeah.
On the lighter side, my grandmother says hello. I think the amps are really cool.
She's 3 years younger than me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, your grandmother says hello.
And I love the amps, but she wants her couch fabric back.
All right. The question is, he loves the amp, but he wants her couch fabric.